French inhale. I like the way you French inhale.
First time in a long time.
Do it again. French inhale.
Hey y'all, Hey y'all, what's poppin'? It is me, Shannon. I'm back again with another video, and these are two of my closest friends, and this is
Liz
and
Steph.
okay, so today we're gonna be talking about a party that we went to that completely changed our lives. So I guess this is like part one because it's a series.
Boy, did
It
it.
continues.
And has it.
It all began, I guess, at Walmart.
Yeah,
That's true.
Literally.
Oh,
Well, first, we had gone to her house to get ready.
Oh, yeah.
wait, we did?
Yeah, I have the pictures.
That was inside your house?
Yes!
Or your
No,
grandparents?
Her grandparents.
My
That's
grandparents.
that.
grandparents.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, her
Okay.
grandparents.
Okay.
Wow.
So we went to her grandparents' house to get ready, right? Do our makeup and shit. Yes, I wear makeup.
And yes, I live with my mom, but at that time I was just living with my grandparents.
Yeah.
Tough times, you know.
Tough times. We've all been there.
Baby, la vida es un ciclo.
And I love my grandma more.
Shade.
No shade, mom. Just tea.
All tea, all shade, bitch.
Okay.
Anyways. Well, we finished getting ready or whatever, and we went to Walmart. And we were just there because we were like, oh shit, like...
It was just three
oh,
at first.
can we cuss?
It was just three at first. And then she called one of our other guy friends.
We weren't tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't tight. None of
'Cause
us
we
were
all
tight.
were in
Well,
a
We
club.
were tight with him.
Yeah. She was the only one that was like really like close to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was close to him. So, okay, anyway, so...
He turned out to be my best friend. I mean, he still is, right?
But at that time, like, we barely knew him because of school or whatever.
Okay,
Anyways.
so... I ended up inviting him, right?
You were like, hey, why don't we invite Arnold? You know,
Yeah.
like playing around, and we were like, fuck
Like,
it,
no,
just
pues
invite it.
tráetelo.
And then
Tráetelo,
we
cuz.
texted him and we were like, hey, like, Calle Paloma, right? But we were playing around. Like, we didn't think he was actually going to come.
Yeah.
And then he's like, on my way. I was like, oh,
Quaked.
Quaked.
Oh, and we didn't have a ride. So
Oh, yeah.
She was the one that got us a ride. All right.
So then
That
I
was when
called...
you called Willie.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
called
We didn't have a
Willie
ride.
because we didn't have a ride. So then he shows up, right? And at this time, Arnold had already shown up, right? So we were just chilling, and then we waited, and then Willie pulled up, and we got in with him. And
We were all cramped up in that little
okay.
truck.
So let's name who was there. It was Willie,
Marco
Marco.
and us three.
Delfino.
And then...
No,
No, that was
no,
not.
wait,
Okay,
shh,
okay.
shh, shh.
Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Okay, so then it was us three, Arnold,
Arnold,
Marco, and
and
Willie.
Willie.
So there was 6 of us in the car, and then Willie was like, "Oh, like we gotta go pick up my
This other
date,
girl.
right?" So we were like, "Okay, like let's go."
He made his freaking, like, friend that was sitting in the front seat with him.
Oh, that's Marco.
Yeah, he made that friend go to the back.
All the way to the
And
back.
mind you,
In the
not
trunk.
not back to like the second row of seats, all the way back
In the
the
trunk.
trunk.
Like in the trunk.
where you put shit right there.
Yeah, and then all of us 4, we were in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle, in the
Yeah.
second row.
We drove for like
took a while
25,
to
30
get there.
minutes. And then so we go, we pick her up or whatever. She goes in the front seat with Willie, and then we proceed to drive to this party, right? And who wants to tell
Güey,
us?
la pinche party estaba bien lejos.
Yeah.
It's because it was
That
like in a
shit-
little like ranch.
It was in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. They were like, don't show up empty-handed. So we went to Walmart.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
bought fucking
true.
We bought juice because it's like,
none
what
of
are
us
we gonna
could buy
buy?
like drinks. We're all under 20.
Ya nos exhibiste.
Yeah, no, exhibiste.
Anyways,
Okay, so then we drive to this place, right? And it was like another 25 minutes driving into this ranch that we were gonna go to. And this is my friend. Oh, we hadn't even said whose party it is. It's
get it together,
Mana, mana,
sweetie.
do, 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 do. Mana, mana, do, do.
I hear so much.
Anyways,
Okay,
It was
so
Mo's.
it's
It was
Monique's
Monique's party, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll insert a picture here. Ah, no, just kidding. I don't know.
Aquí, perro.
I'll give her a shout out
Ay,
somewhere.
right, this is awkward. Right here.
right here.
Aquí arriba de mi cabeza.
Okay, I'll try to answer her there.
No me tapes porque soy una verga.
We show up to the party, right? And the first people we see, who is it? Oh, Desiree. We see my friend Desiree.
Oh, yeah, she was
and
with
she's
the-
out there. Yeah, she's with the glow sticks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
She was out there like, aquí es perros.
And then we just got there and we were like
Now
partying
what?
or whatever. We got a couple drinks.
No se exhiba.
Jules, guys, because we can only drink that.
We go into the thing and it's like this big ass like camino that you have to like park and then you have to walk even more to get to the little spot or whatever.
Cardio.
That shit was far. That was far away.
But it's like alright, you know, like
Because
it's
there
bumping a
wasn't
little bit.
that much people when we got there. What?
Pass him the damn chocolate milk. We're just there, like, trying to make the best of it. We're turning up, right? Whatever. At this time, Steph was dating some guy. We're not gonna mention him. We're gonna
Oh
call
my
him.
god, are we talking about relationships?
We're gonna call him John Doe.
John Doe.
That's John Doe, and then she's gonna have another John Doe later on in the series.
Dude, I had one when we were in the party.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That John Doe.
Yes, John Doe.
You should make a fucking series on your fucking Laredo trip.
Ya nos exhibimos, like, ya que.
Anyways,
Okay, wait.
Laredo story time coming
No.
soon. I won't
I'm
be
down.
featured because I didn't go. I was at.
But you
You're
were still
gonna be
part
there
of
because
it.
you were a part
Yeah,
of
you were still
this.
part of it.
Well, I was part of it, but not like in a like a good party kind of way, you know.
But stuff happens.
But still, yeah,
I
that
was
it involved you.
I was like military summer camp type of vibe.
Oh, so we're there chilling at the party, right? Whatever. And it turns out that the DJ is Monique's uncle. So I go and I request the song, and he never played it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, me agüito la cookie, vámonos.
We're a little lit, right? And when we're like a little bit lit, I see my friend Samantha from school. She's
Ya la
she's-
exhibiste.
She's turning up or whatever. I'm there dancing with Sammy, right? Whatever. It's getting late. It's like getting a little bit funner, right? Because like we're turning up, right? Finally. And then there's like a bunch of people in the middle, and Mo wanted she was gonna get this lap dance from this girl, right? And well, this girl, we're gonna call her D because I don't know how she feels about us putting her here. And then so finally I was like, everybody make space, and this is when I was like lit a little bit, right? So I got the chair and I put it in the middle. Monique sat down, she got danced on, whatever. And then
We did not partake in that. Just
yeah,
saying.
they didn't. We didn't partake
We were
in
over
that.
here minding our business, chilling.
So and then she's getting this dance, right?
And then we just kept on partying until like no, because
Until the sun went.
until it was like 3 or 4. 4. Oh yeah, because we
Oh,
like
mine-
everybody
yeah.
left. Everybody
Mind-
was leaving.
Yeah. Mind you, we had no fucking where to go. But when we were about to leave, though, we were having like the biggest discussion in the world
About where to go.
No.
was gonna
As to
drive?
who was gonna drive?
Oh
Because
yeah.
the person who brought us, Willie, was.
And he's over 21.
Yeah.
So Willie lost his date at the party, and it was so
Oh
funny.
my God, that's true.
I feel genuinely bad for the poor girl.
Where's the chocolate milk?
You finished it.
Ooh.
Like once, and she kind of was like wanting for me to like start conversation and tell her like oh vente, but I thought that she was like doing her own thing, so I was just like
But like
cool.
andaba toda de amargada because when we went to go pick her up, this bitch got in the truck and she just sat in the fucking front seat.
She didn't say anything
And
at
she
all.
was just talking to Willie, and like she didn't fucking introduce herself to us, and we're like, "You soy bien orgullosa, a mí me vale verga. You don't introduce yourself to me, I'm not introducing myself to you."
and we're like oh hey.
But that's it. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
no
but,
like.
Willie introduced
And she had
her.
a fucking
Oh yeah,
bitch
Willie did
face.
introduce her. That's why we're just
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, hey.
but she was just like. She was real quiet, and I was like, "What the heck? Break the
Como que,
ice!"
yeah,
like,
como que no estaba de acuerdo con lo de la fiesta.
yeah. Okay, so we were like chilling on the side of where like the big stage party part
it was you and him, and then it was me and John Doe.
Yeah, so we were like the couple.
Oh, and then me and John Doe too.
Well, they were over there. They were fucking knocked out on a chair.
These her and Arnold.
Yeah, they were like on a
they
chair,
were gone.
and then like she's Arnold, I'm her. She was. They were both like this,
Literally.
on the chair, passed out. And then I was like in a little chair with my man, like right next to them.
And then she was like,
And like, it was, nah. Well, we were kissing, I guess. Yeah, and we were just there for like ever. And then we were contemplating like, let's go to sleep in that fucking pond.
Oh yeah. Everybody
There
at one
was-
point was
there was
just
a
like,
pond. There was a little
let's
like
just go.
well, it wasn't a
it's
pond.
kind of like a little lake.
It was like a little like
Cause it was pretty.
Yeah, it was
pretty
long.
white.
Like it was like a little.
A bunch of people went missing during this party, and everyone was like, "Go check the pond, go check the lake," and it was
Yo, I don't know where to say this, but there was several couples.
Oh, I know what you're.
Oh,
that
there's a lot
would
of
go
couples
into the restroom,
fucking in the
or
bathroom.
they would like go to the back of like some hills, or like like
Oh, yeah.
way out there.
Iban al baño.
I was just like, oh my god, like why would you do that there?
Where we were, aside from the party, we turn around, we see.
E had given Mo a lap dance, and D didn't like that, so she went off on Mo. She was like, "Hey, qué rollo?" Right?
Yeah, so then they started kind of like posting up to each other, like they were both like mad.
It's a party, right? We all get there and we're trying to vibe and we're trying to chill. So we're trying to like not cause any problems and like not fight with anybody, because like that's not the purpose of a party, you know? Like you're trying to vibe with each other and like
We're trying
know
to have fun.
people and like just have fun and party.
I got in, right, and I was like, hey, like, what's happening? I tried separating them, because I'm always the peacemaker at every party, and I have tons of parties to talk about where I was a peacemaker, but those are later on. After that happened, everyone was kind of already leaving, right, so we're, like, walking towards the car, Willie's car, right, and we didn't, this is when y'all were arguing on the way, right? We were all still arguing, like, who was gonna drive?
Oh yeah.
So, and then we're passing by the house, which is over here, the main house, because the party was in the back. So we're walking past this main house because we're parked in the front. And I turn around and I see D and E, like, going at each other. And then there's people behind them, grabbing them, like, holding them back. And I was like, shook, wait, shook. So, so then I go because D is my close friend, right? So that I go. And then there I was trying to calm everything down. And I was trying to calm it down, right, whatever, chilling. And then they called me, and they were like, okay, we gotta bounce. And I was like, all right, let's bounce. What?
Come in.
Freaking like.
I'm checking myself out. Shut up.
Me too.
We all get in the car, right, and we leave with how many people?
Delfino.
Well,
Marco,
when we got there,
Willie.
it was just Shyla, me, Leslie, Arnold, Willie, Marco, and
That's
Willie's
it.
date.
Oh, yeah.
Willie's
Oh,
date.
yeah, Willie's date.
7, right? So then
We did place
when
we replaced
leave-
Willie's date for Delfino.
That's true.
And we added John.
Then
John
So
Doe.
this
Doe.
is someone else, and this is John Doe, and I feel like we're missing somebody.
No, that's it.
That's it, are you sure?
Us three, Arnold, Willie, Marco, Delfino, and John Doe.
Okay, yeah, so there was 8 of us. And 2 of those people we didn't even take to the party. We leave, right, whatever. We're like, where the fuck are we gonna stay?
Oh, I ended up driving.
Oh, yeah, and then while she
It
was driving,
crazy.
while she was driving Willie's car, Willie was like, what's your name again?
all the fucking way to where
It
we
was so
slept.
irritating for
All
me
the way to where we
because
slept. This nigga was like, "What's your name?
it
What's
was
your
so
name?"
irritating to me because like I had like a shit ton of people to drive, bro, and I was just trying to concentrate, and this guy like I'm sorry, and this guy like didn't stop asking. Like I look back at it and just laugh, but at that time it was like, bro,
Stressful.
like,
Like,
déjame
cállate
concentrarme.
los hocico, la verga.
So then we stopped at like 3 different motels before we finally got to the one that we decided to stay at, because all the other ones we tried were like, no. Because who got off? A bunch of people were getting off. Willie and John Doe, right?
But mind you, Willie was trying to get the room for us, pero estaba hasta el pedo.
I think
guess,
in one
like,
there was no more rooms.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they told
And then remember
me.
that big fancy one that we were gonna stay in, and then the lady, I think I got off with Willie. Oh yeah, okay, I got off with Willie, right? And it was like this big, like I guess you could say it was fancy or whatever, but it was just like nice looking, I guess. And me and him got off, right? And then as de cuenta, we get off, we go to the main, like the reception area where they give you like your key and everything, where you pay. And we were like, "Excuse me, ma'am, like, do you have any more rooms? Like, we
Can
need
we
a room."
book a room?
Yeah, I told her, like, well, we need a room, right? And we need to book a room because we need a place to stay. We have money and everything. And she looked at us, like, she looked at me, and she was like, "Oh, right." Like, I guess she thought I was too, like, young or whatever. Well, what was I? I was 16 at that time.
She looked thought y'all were gonna do something.
Yeah, because it was like a super old lady and her like husband, so they were both old, and they looked at me and they were like, "You look too," yeah, like, and then they looked at him and he was all drunk and he was trying to like
balance his
keep
life
his
out.
balance. So, and then the look on his face, like, he looked super funny because he was trying to like not look drunk,
But he looked
but
more
he
drunk.
looked more drunk. The lady was fucking rude about it because we were like, I asked her for the room, right? And I told her we had money and like he had an ID or whatever. She was like, "We have no more rooms." And then behind her on the wall there was like a shit ton of keys to like all these rooms.
Why the fuck you
So-
lying?
So I was
You
like,
always lying.
oh
my
God. Stop fucking lying.
Everyone's clicking away from the video.
So I was like, and I told her, I was like, man, well, like, what are all those keys behind you, right? And she was like, oh, well, mind your business. Can you get... Yeah, and I was like, oh, bien verga.
You would try me?
Yeah. I was like, bien verga, tú, okay? And then she was like, well, mind your business. She's like, ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave these premises before I call security. And I was like, you have no fucking, like, you have no reason to be calling security on me. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just here to book a fucking room, right? And she was like, you know, stop being rude and get out of my establishment. And I was like, bitch. I was like, you know what? Willie, let's go. We gotta go.
My mom's gonna block me on YouTube.
Oh yeah, your mom was just. Oh, we're so sorry. This is not us.
Ya nos exhibiste.
For real.
So we finally stayed at this hotel or whatever, and we all, I think it was, who got off? It was me and Arnold, right? Yeah, we got off and we finally got a hotel room, right? So then
Where did we stay?
it was across from where her John Doe lived.
Oh yeah. Oh, how do you remember that? I don't even.
'Cause
Anyways,
I remember we had an argument
anyways.
about it.
Oh, but dude, andamos bien cagados todos because when we were getting off, like, when we got off to go get the room, there was a cop. There was a cop in the parking lot, like, in
Oh,
front.
yeah, I forgot about that.
And then, like, we had a shit ton of people in the fucking car.
we look like we were smuggling people.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it was like,
Oh, because we had two of the guys in the trunk, and they
Yeah.
yeah, and then,
Yeah.
like, the second row of seats, estaba todo lleno. It was,
Like,
like, people on top of each
smashed.
other. And,
Yeah.
like, the driver and then Willie's drunk ass in the front, right? So, yeah, it was crazy. And we were all shitting bricks because of the cop. And we were
Yeah.
like, no, like, they can't get out through there because if they get out through the back, the
It's
cops
gonna
are
look suspicious.
Yeah,
blah,
and
blah,
the
blah,
cops
like-
are gonna think wrong, right?
We get off, right, and it was so funny. We booked a room for what, 2 people?
Yeah.
A room for
And-
2 people, and 8 people walked in, and it was me, her, and Willie on one bed, and then on the other bed was her and her
My
John
John
Doe.
Doe. And
then-
nobody wanted to, like, there
No
was
one wanted a third wheel.
I know.
Because it was like, what, a queen size
Yeah,
bed?
Yeah.
And it was me and my John Doe, and I was, like, on the edge of the bed, and then, like, my John Doe was in the middle.
So they
And
could
there
literally
was,
fit
like,
another person
yeah, you
in
could
there.
fit another person
Because
there.
I mean,
but
like,
they
mind
didn't want
you, it was
to.
3 in the other bed, like me, her, and Willie.
So, like,
so-
another person could easily fit in that, like, gap that was in the bed. And nobody, like, Delfino prefirió, like, dormir.
I
slept
feel
on the
so
freaking
bad for him.
floor.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I spitted.
Spitted.
Like,
Like, he slept on the floor.
in the middle of
knowing-
the 2 beds,
Yeah,
guys.
like,
and
I
I,
was-
felt
I was
super bad.
This close to falling on top of his ass.
Dude,
Literally.
Because, okay, so during that time, I had a boyfriend, right? And I was like, oh, like, I don't want to, like, stop, guys.
Girl.
I was like, Cope was like, I don't want to do that, right? Like, I don't want to, like, sleep with, like, close, very close to him.
To another man.
Yeah.
Mind you, this guy was drunk, so he was all up in there, like,
Yeah. And
literally.
then,
So I had like no choice. So I felt bad for him because like he was just there and he was like, oh my god, praying that
None
both of us didn't fall on
would
him.
And then there was this point where it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was like barely like catching my sleep and like falling asleep or whatever. And then this guy was there on the floor, and I turned around and like we make direct eye contact, and he was like, he looks me straight in my eyes, and he's like, please don't fall on me. And he was like, please don't fall on me. And I was like,
I felt really bad for him, but
I was-
like none of the guys wanted to sleep on the bed with them. So
yeah.
And then Arnold slept on the other side of the floor.
Marco,
And Marco
bro.
slept on top of a freaking desk.
Yeah.
A desk.
We were trying to wake up early so we could go to breakfast because I think
Oh,
it was
yeah,
free
yeah, yeah.
breakfast. Yeah, no, guys.
No,
we-
because they were serving breakfast a la hora que nosotros apenas estábamos durmiendo.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
That squad or whatever, we eliminated. Well, we didn't eliminate, but some people fell off, and then the rest of us stayed together, and then a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened afterwards. But that's
That's
For
a whole
another
nother
video.
That was a wild night.
it was wild.
It marked the beginning of something totally
Something
crazy.
Crazy that's
cool.
gonna happen later,
Can't relate.
I mean,
girl.
but you're still with us, you know, like
You're part of the
Yeah.
effect of everything that happened. It affected everybody.
Mostly me.
Creaky.
Yeah, it affected our law enforcement team.
Oh, bitch.
Everything. Okay, later on we're gonna talk about missing persons reports.
That's true.
That's true. Okay, so I guess that's the end of the video. And thank you guys to anybody that watched. Do you want to say bye?
Bye. I was gonna do a piece of it, just ended up doing this.
I know what chamos.
Okay, and until next time.